What's going on, guys? It's Josh here from Trim X Performance. Now, you're probably wondering why some people's trim looks bigger than others. I'm going to show you how to fix that. We're going to run through how to maximize the trim with your stage 1 Trim X nozzle. The first thing we're going to do, guys, is put the IBR into override and put it in all the way down position. So guys, just a couple of things. You're gonna need a 10mm socket, 13mm socket, and you're also gonna need access to Bud's computer, whether that's after the fact or during the fact, it doesn't really matter. Once this is done, you can take it to a dealer or a jet ski shop and get them to auto calibrate the IBR, then your job is done. So guys, quick run through of the tools that you're gonna need. Normal ratchet or electric ratchet, whatever you've got. 13mm socket, 10mm socket. I prefer to use this, a quarter socket on a ratchet. Otherwise, you can just use a flat blade screwdriver. Set of side cutters, fairly large file, pair of multi-grips, and also a T30. You're also gonna need, the only part that you're gonna need to buy is a 18mm to 32mm hose clamp. So when we break the hose clamp on the IBR arm, it's just to replace that. Firstly, we're gonna undo the steering cable bolt and get the nozzle assembly out and then the bucket off. Probably should do a little clip. With all of that out of the way, we're going to be addressing a couple of issues. So the IBR arm, you'll notice on most jet skis, is loose to twist like this. This is meaning that the IBR arm is not wound the whole way in, which isn't a big deal. We're going to fix that. Side cutters. Hose clamp here. This one, twist, pull, break, cut. Do not cut the boot. Just get the hose clamp off like this. Get this, throw it in the bin, then your arm. So when you wind this in, 9 times out of 10, it's only about half a turn or 1 turn out. What you want to take note of is this collar for the IBR arm is always on this side of the jet ski, and the curve in the arm is always coming out towards the left-hand side. So when you wind it in, we've just done half a turn, that there is tight. I can't go any further. So what we want to do is put it just back until we can get it straight. But now we're in the problem where we've got this collar on the wrong side. So what we're going to do is take the arm all the way out by just simply unwinding it. Pull that out and you'll see this arm can't go in wrong. You can't flip it upside down, doesn't matter. This arm, to get it to sit on the other side, we just need to undo this bolt here, flip it 90 degrees and put it back. Like this. Now that that's done, we're gonna grab 18 to 32mm hose clamp from the hose clamp box. Oh no. We have successfully found the hose clamp. Give it a little clean, a little bit of WD, just to keep everything nice. And then put your hose clamp back on to where we broke it. Slide the rod back in the hole. What you might have to do is just pull the boot over that bolt. And then once you feel it bite the threads, just wind it back in. Okay, so that is tight now. Obviously we don't want that bolt facing upwards. So just twist it back until it's in that position there. Pull the boot back towards you until it sits in position there, and do that hose clamp up. All right, now with that tight, we can move on to the next step, which is grinding down these IBR stops. So if you have a look on the back here, you can see some wear marks. This is where the IBR bucket stopped on the way up. So when you put trim all the way up, right here is where it contacts on the ride plate. We're gonna grind those down, which is gonna allow the bucket to go up another 20 mil, 30 mil. All you wanna do is make sure once you put it on, that when the bucket goes into the up position, you've got about 10 to 15 mil clearance between the top of the hull and the bucket. Get that file out that you never used in your life, and we're gonna file down just behind this bushing here on top of this arc. Dang. Okay, one side done. So now we're gonna check our clearance. Gonna fit the bucket back up and see how we're looking. Numero uno. So now with the bucket in the all the way up position, what you just need to make sure is that it's actually going all the way up and you're not getting caught up on the IBR arm. So just make sure you pull that out of the way. But now, when you look in the top through here, all right, I'm just gonna take this off for you guys just to show you, make it a little bit easier to see. You can see that there is next to no clearance around the top. This will allow for your trim to go all the way up in the trim sliders and essentially bring the trim up to where it should have been from factory. So I'm just gonna quickly bang a nozzle in this trim ring and show you guys how it should look once this is all done. So we're gonna drop this nozzle back in, fit everything up so we can plug the computer in and do the IBR override, sorry, IBR calibration. Now there's probably a few things I've left out when we're filming this, like how much you should be actually grinding off the ride plate. It's all really by feel. You'll have to trial and error it until you get the bucket to that position as we showed you before. But once you get it, you'll get it. There's no exact measurement. There's no exact anything. It's different per jet ski. So grind them down a little bit, fit the bucket back up, check where yours is sitting. If you can get it up a little bit higher, grind it down a little bit more. But you have to remember that the IBR is only gonna go up as far as it can actually travel. You do want it to be getting as close as possible to the stops without having nothing there to actually hit. So just bear that in mind. After you've done the arm twist, it can be a little bit hard to line up this bolt, but those who get it, get it. So the next thing to do, guys, is probably something that you guys won't be able to do at home, but I'll run you through it. I'd say most of you guys out there will need to take your ski into a either dealer or mechanic that has access to the Bud software. Then they can quickly plug into it, do the IBR calibration. Once everything's back together, it's the last step of the puzzle. So once it's done, it's done. It doesn't need to be done again. Doesn't need to be recalibrated after you adjust it again, whatever. Once you get it to the position that you're happy with, you take it somewhere, get them to do this calibration, then it's done. So guys, this is what it looks like inside Buds 2. Obviously all you see is all the jet ski details, the hours, the kilometers, where it was purchased from, all that sort of thing. Righto, so you're gonna wanna go into functions and then down to auto calibrate IBR. Click into this one, auto calibration. Caution, IBR gate will move automatically. Make sure the reverse gate is installed on the vehicle and attached to the IBR before performing auto calibration. Gate is attached and installed. That is how your trim will sit after all this is done. We are trimmed up. So see now, both sides of these, your trim ring is actually sitting deep inside the trim slider. Let's go over to another ski and I'll show you where they sit prior to doing this modification. So now, looking inside here, you can see that we have easily gained 2, 3, 4 mil of trim angle there, but what you can't really see in this picture is how much the trim ring angle has changed. If you take note of maybe this flat surface here, see that's pretty much running directly in line, if not it's just behind the line of that ride plate. And we go back over to the other ski that we've just finished, we're actually well in front of the ride plate. So there you have it, guys. If you're on the Gold Coast and you need someone to auto calibrate the IBR for you, give me a ring, shoot me a message. More than happy to help you out. Otherwise, as I said before, contact your local mechanic. They should have access to buds 1 or buds 2 and be able to do that auto calibration for you. That's all, folks.